Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. And why am I your yarn host? Because I love yarn. I love all things yarny. I love playing with yarn. I love testing yarn. I love creating with yarn. And today we're going to be testing some yarn because I got this very dirty package that looks like it's been run over. Bentley's upset because I didn't take him to work with me, but it's after dinner and hopefully I don't have food on my teeth. Because I've been waiting all day for this bag to arrive from Mikael's. Now, garbage. What is this yarn? It is a brand new yarn. Even though I look like I work at Joann's. We're testing Michael's yarn today. The reason being is because this is new. And I saw it on the website. I had to order it because they did not have this in store anywhere near me. This is the new Loops and Threads Cuddle Craft Tube. And what it looks like is a dupe of the Easy Peasy Wubble yarn. Which I have worked up a swatchy poo. So we're going to do a side-by-side comparison because this is half the price of this. Okay? Half the price. 50% off. All the time. And I paid even less than that. You know why? I had a coupon. This was $5.59 with my coupon. This, let me double check my phone to make sure because this at Joann's I think was $12.99. Wubbles Easy Peasy Yarn. And the way that I search is I go to Google. I didn't say Google. I said Wubble. I'm gonna retype it. Wubbles. Alright. Shopping. Alright. It's selling for $6.99 on Etsy. But that's not an accurate price. $14.90 on Shine or Shane. $9.74 at Walmart. $11.99 at Walmart, $15 in Shine, $6.99 is the regular price of this. So does anybody actually sell this yarn aside from Joann's? Because it's not showing up. Does the Wubbles sell it online? That is the question. Let's see. That TV is real loud. Can you hear how loud Mr. Cinnamon is listening to the TV? Alright. I had to tell him to turn it down. That was real loud. Alright, I'm on the Wubbles website and I'm seeing the kits. I'm not even seeing the yarn. Does nobody sell the yarn anymore? I'm not so sure. Just the yarn. Was this a Joann's exclusive? Yeah, I'm not seeing the yarn for sale on the Wubbles website even. Unless I'm missing it, they're only showing the Wubbles kits. Is the Wubbles yarn discontinued? Really? Is the Wubbles yarn discontinued? No, not discontinue. It's available on Amazon. It says it's on the Wubbles website. I'm not seeing it on the Wubbles website. Let's go to Amazon directly. This is wild. It shouldn't be this hard to find it. Wubbles Easy Peasy Yarn. Alright, $9.74 on Amazon. $9.74. And if I click on it, it takes me to the Wubbles store. So yeah, and they have it and it's all different prices. So some of it's $11.99, some of it's $9.74. They do have a lot of colors. It looks like this. This one specifically is $11.99. I can get it tomorrow though. All right, now let's look at side by side. So this says the Wubbles says it's a medium number 4. It recommends a 5mm crochet hook and a 5.5mm knitting needles, 75% cotton, 25% nylon, machine, wash, and dry. Made in China, made by the Wubbles, the internet's favorite place to learn to crochet. What makes easy peasy yarn so great for beginners? You can scan that, it'll take you to a website, I have no doubt. This is the color, What's Up, Buttercup? I also have it in Chocolate Mousse, which has a big hair on it. I did in fact work up a sample, and I have made a Wubble from the kit. All of the Wubble stuff was bought at a highly discounted rate via Joann's, because I've mentioned on the channel 8,000 times I don't like the price. Minimum $9.74. This one's $11.99 for 164 yards. Okay. These are from Michaels. Do you want to come to work? Let me let my coworker in. All right. He has taken his spot in the office. He has to be in here with me, and I kid you not, second he hears the camera, cue Oreo trying to get in. Second he hears the camera turn off, he tries to leave. So we're gonna actually go to the table and work these side by side. This is from Michaels, and this is Blueberry Blitz. Oreo! It's that time of day they're gonna act stupid, all of them. All right, so this is Cuddle Craft Tube. It's 109 yards, so not as much yards, but it's $6.99, and I paid $5 something for it. I paid $5.59. Okay, 75% cotton, 25% nylon. It is the same makeup as this. Okay, machine wash cold, dry flat. So the washing instructions is slightly different, even though side by side this looks like the same exact yarn. What else do we need to know? Okay, this is the color Blueberry Blitz. Ladybug Love. These are beautiful colors. They feel really soft. They feel really soft. They feel softer than the Wubbles, but only slightly, because the yarn in the cake or in the skein actually feels soft. It gets stiff when you work it up. We're going to talk about that, because you don't have to just use this for amigurumi. I'm going to be real honest with you. Ladybug Love. This is Jungle Jewel. Isn't that a fun green? This one is Posh Pink. And then this one is Glow Stick Green, which is not at all glow sticky and is barely green. It's more like, I would not call this Glow Stick Green. I actually think it's a really ugly color. Pea Soup. It's the color of pea soup. Pea Soup Andersons. Alright, anyway. So, I want to pick a pretty color. Let's do the green against the yellow. We're going to go to the table and we're going to pretend that we're working up an amigurumi. So we're going to work up little swatches as if we're making a little amigurumi head or the top of a head or something like that. Just like I did this, but I'm going to rework this. Okay, so we're going to pull that all out. We're going to rework this, and then we're going to rework it also with a bigger hook so that you can see how amazing this yarn can be, and that it's not limited to just amigurumi. We're going to think outside the box. Okay, let's go down to the table. Alright, so working from experience. Let's turn our light up higher. Because I have, in fact, made a Wubble with the Wubbles yarn. I know that it works up very tight and stiff and is no longer soft and squishy when worked up like an amigurumi. But I also know that that is the full intention of working up this yarn. Okay? So what I'm going to do, this is not a tutorial. I'm not giving you directions. I'm going to just crochet. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook. This says 5mm crochet hook, but here's the problem. The kit, the Wubbles kits, come with a 4mm crochet hook, which is what they use for amigurumi. So we're going to go buy the amigurumi because we're pretending to make amigurumi. And we already know it works up with a 4mm hook. Okay. I'm also going to give you a warning that my daughter is on her way home from work. And when she comes home, the dogs are going to lose their ever-loving mind, including Bentley. And they're going to bark. And I'll probably just pause the video no matter what I'm doing at that moment, because that's a little irritating. I'm also not counting stitches because I'm talking, so I'm just going to do what looks good, and I'm just going to give you opinions. Now, having worked with this yarn before, I can tell you from experience, I know what it works up like, okay? It has a nice stretch to it. Keep in mind, this is the Wubbles branded one. It has a nice stretch to it when you're working with it. Just a little bit. A little bit. But it's also cotton, so it doesn't stretch a whole lot. And I think that's what makes it such a stiff fabric, which is perfectly fine. Oops. The nylon in it also makes it a little more durable, because cotton can be brittle, but also it makes it's soft. It's got like a slick texture. So those of us who are like me, who have skin problems, who have a form of eczema, who have trouble with certain chemicals on yarns, I didn't have any problems working with the Wubbles yarn at any time. Although, after long periods, it does kind of dry your skin out. But the Wubbles yarn itself is just fine. I had zero problems working with it. And it reminds me of a Lion brand yarn from a long time ago that was very similar to this. The only difference from that yarn is, I think it's up high so I can't even reach it. It's called Summer's Kiss. So it was very much this meshy, it's like a tube, but it's like fabric. So it's like a mesh fabric that's in a tube shaped. And I believe there might be stuffing inside of it. The only difference with the Summer's Kiss from Lion brand was every once in a while there would be a section about an inch big that had like a flowery looking design to it. And it made a beautiful shawl that I just donated last week, as a matter of fact. And I've had it for quite a while. Absolutely stunning. And I loved it so much that I actually hoarded up a bunch of the yarn. Now Ponyo's trying to get in. That's 3 dogs trying to get in here. Alright, so as you can see, it has really good stitch definition. You can very clearly see where your stitches are, which makes it good for amigurumi, because unlike some of the chenille yarns, it is much harder to see where your stitches are. Okay, you can get the same effect if you just use an acrylic yarn. You can very clearly see where the stitches are. This is just a basic 4-weight acrylic. So this is good for beginners for amigurumi. And it feels nice when you're working with it. I have no idea where I am with the pattern, so I'm just going to continue in the round now. It makes decent amigurumi. That would be my daughter. Alright, there's no guarantee Bentley's not going to bark, because he's very upset that Juju didn't say hi to him because he can't get out, because I locked the door. So he might bark. He's at the door, very upset. Now he's laying down at the door. Alright, I have no idea what I was saying. Not a clue. I know I was talking about stitch definition. You can see where your stitches are very easily to work in the stitches. And when crocheting with the correct hook, it crochets very nicely and it's not snaggy or splitty. However, I said this in the Wubbles review kit, the hooks that come with, is that out of focus? The Wubbles hooks, let me show you. They snag the heck out of this yarn. I don't know why. So this is my dots hook from WeCrochet. This is the Wubbles hook. And this is a shinier one. I don't know why, because the heads are very similarly shaped. But this part right here, this tip, right here, it snags coming back through. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay. And I don't know if it's because it's open more here. See, it snags here, and then pulling back through right here, it catches every time. And it slows me down significantly. And it's every single stitch. See, I can't even do it. Can't even do it. Though it was snagging real bad. So, if you have the right hook with this yarn, it's a breeze to crochet with. I've only used my WeCrochet dots hook because they're honestly the hook I use most frequently. I mean, I have acrylic resin hooks, and I prefer those for most things, but I do not use those for amigurumi because you'll snap the head off in half a second. Alright, so we have the little start of an amigurumi head. It could be the top of the head. It could be an ear. I mean, there's lots of things that could be. It could be the beginning of a sunshine. Alright, so we worked with that. We see what that sample looks like. We know what it feels like. Now we're going to grab this. Now, the loops and threads yarn actually feels softer in the skein. I don't know why. It looks... see if I can center pull it. Where's the center? Alright. Side by side. It looks identical. It is the same fabric, knit fabric in a tube. It feels the same thickness. It feels like the same yarn for half the price. Okay. Yeah, see the end? There's fluff on the inside of these, okay? So these are little stuffed cotton tubes. And we're going to do exactly the same here that we did with the yellow one. Because I fully believe that this is the same exact yarn. Let me open up Michael's website, which I think should still be open on my phone. Maybe. No. I think I might have the Michael's app. There we go. Right, well, that's loading. My order. So this comes in 1, 2, 3. It comes in a lot of colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 colors. Okay. I didn't see how many colors the Wubbles comes in on Amazon. Let's pop over to Amazon. Alright, Amazon has 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 colors, so only slightly more. And no matter which way you try to look at it, it's about half the price. Even with the cheapest one on Amazon being $9.74, I said, the Wubbles are what, $5.59 with the 20% off coupon? It's almost half off. It's definitely, it's like 60% off of the $12 or something. Yeah, this feels like the same yarn. This absolutely feels like the same yarn. For half the price. And the colors are beautiful. And I know there's a lot of dupes on Amazon, but here's the thing is, I hesitate to order some of those things from Amazon because I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know if I'm getting a chemical laced yarn. I don't know if it's going to be really rough or if they just lied entirely and it is not at all what it pretends to be. And that's why I wanted to check out the Michaels stuff because it's easily accessible to me. It took me, I think I ordered this Saturday and today's Monday and it came. So, and at some point it probably will be in a store somewhere near me because I think this is brand new yarn. It's coming up as the new arrivals. This green is so pretty. Actually, I like all of the colors I got with the exception of the one that says that it's glow stick because that is not at all glow stick. I'm going to give this A+ for being a dupe of the Wubbles yarn. You also have to take into consideration though, like I said, it is a little bit less yardage. So the Wubbles is 164, this is 109. So you're getting slightly less yardage, but it still is a much cheaper price. You see how fast I'm crocheting with this crochet hook, whereas it was so slow with the Wubbles hook. Yeah, this is a nice yarn. It's a very good dupe of that Wubbles, and I would much rather pay $5, $6 than to pay $12. Real talk. That's just me and you talking. Now, like I said, when you work this up, it's stiff as an amigurumi. Okay, it is real stiff as an amigurumi. Those colors look really pretty together. Ooh, it's so pretty. I'm thinking sunflower because I also have brown of the Wubbles yarn. I'm sunflower. That'd be so pretty. So yeah, they feel the same. They work up the same. Now, you know what? I'm just going to leave these as a swatch with their companion. I'm going to go up a hook size or two. Let me see what I got in my handy dandy drawer. What size is this one? That's a 6. That'll do. Alright. Red or blue? Because I'm like, I like the pink too. We'll do the pink. The posh pink. There we go. This almost gives the feel of a t-shirt yarn without being so like t-shirty, you know? Now, I know from experience that this yarn has the potential to be something beautiful. You just need a bigger hook. It can be drapey and soft. It's cotton and nylon, so it will be airy. I'm just working up a miniature shawl, like a triangle shawl. Just like real simple. My daughter's complaining about her work. She really is not happy with her job. She deals with just bad women all day long. Real jerks. Entitled. She likes her job. She likes her coworkers. She hates the customers. I said, baby, that's what happens when you work retail. And she wants to when we move. I told her she has to get a full-time job. She wants to work at like a nursery or something with plants. I told her I think that's a good idea. Stay out of the mall. Stay out of, you know, retail, like hard retail. All right. So far, that's what it's looking like. It is not dense. It's actually quite squishy. And I'm getting ideas for like a pillow. This feels like this would be a fantastic pillow. But what's funny is while the fabric has a little bit of a give to it because the tube itself is a mesh wrapped around fluff, basically. So you can pull it and the tube will compress around the fluff. So it gives it a false stretch. But when it's in the stitches, look how stretchy this is. It's got like serious give to it. And while this says that it's, what does it say that it's a 4-weight? It honestly is working out more like a 5-weight in this kind of application. So if you're going to use it as an amigurumi yarn, treat it as a 4-weight. If you're going to use it as like wearables or home goods or anything like that, this would also be a cool bag. This would be a really cool market bag. But it's soft enough to be a wearable or something like this, a shawl. This is just a triangle granny shawl. I'm not going to go too big with it. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what this works up like in a different setting other than it's an amigurumi. And honestly, it feels much nicer, worked up, not in an amigurumi fashion. My kid is so loud. You hear him yelling? He's so loud. I don't know that I would necessarily wear this as a sweater. Maybe a cardigan. I feel like it would be kind of heavy as a cardigan. You can absolutely make other things aside from amigurumi with this yarn. I think Michael's knocked out of the ballpark with this one. And I'm not a big fan of Michael, so I'm going to be real honest with you. And there you have it. Cute little miniature triangle shawl. It's thick. It's not super dense. It's got some floppiness to it. And if you wanted even more drape, you could go up a hook size to a 7, and it would probably even give you more drape. It does not have to be. This would be such a cute pillow. That's what I'm seeing, because it's squishy. So I'm thinking this would be really cute for a pillow or something along those lines. Now, it is cotton and nylon. So this would make a cute rug. It would make a cute pillow cover. I even think this would make a really cool blanket. I think this would make a really cool blanket. It would be expensive because like it's $5 for 100 yards and you would need, I don't know, 20 of them for a blanket, but it would still be really cool for a blanket. It'd be really squishy, and it would probably be a weighted blanket for somebody with anxiety. This is an exact replica of the Wubbles yarn. And if you like the Wubbles yarn, and I have nothing against the Wubbles yarn except the price. I like the Wubbles yarn. I wish I could have gotten more at Joann's for discounted when they were going out of business. But I'm so glad Michaels brought me a cheaper version. I'm so happy that Michaels did that. I'm going to say I'm not a huge fan of Michaels. Matter of fact, I was meeting up with one of you the other day. And she's all, I told her I was going over to Michael's. She's like, I don't even like Michael's. I was like, I don't like Michael's either. Let's be real. But, you know, content. We got to have content for the channel. And what's left besides Hobby Lobby at this point? Because Joann's is... And I know somebody's going to tell me the information that I already posted. That Joann's has something cooking. I'm fully aware of that. You guys really got to read the posts I make. So, this is cool yarn. It's a good replicator for a cheaper price point. It makes me happy. I don't know what they're going to have actually in stock at your stores because mine did not have this in stock. But I ordered it all too easily. And shipping wasn't too bad either. I think I only paid a handful of dollars for shipping. And with shipping, it was still cheaper than the Wubbles yarn's retail price. So if you like the Wubbles yarn, check out the Cuddle Craft Tube from Michael's for $5. Well, it's, how do I say, it was $6.99 retail. I paid $5.59. Yeah, so definitely happy with that yarn. I'm really happy that I found this. It was completely by accident. I was looking for clearance and it popped up and I was like, oh, that's new. I really like the way it feels worked up. It feels so much softer this way than it does this way. Like this just feels, I don't know. I don't know what it feels like this way. But this way is like nice. It feels real sweet. So, yeah. Check out this yarn. I am not affiliated with Michael's. Michael's does not know I exist. And I have not had very nice things to say about Michael's. I'm also going to tell you this. I took notice. I said someone else brought this to my attention. Michael's has raised all of their prices across the board. On everything, pretty much. I went in there the other day and I'm pretty in tune with the prices of things in different areas. The prices of beads have gone up a lot. The prices of yarn is going up steadily. I think the reason they're doing that is because they lost a very big competitor in Joann's and they don't need to beat Joann's prices anymore. And so I think you're going to continue to see an uptake on prices at Michael's because of that reason alone. But also with, like, you know, all the stuff that's going on with tariffs and stuff. People are upping the prices whether it affected them with tariffs or not. I am seeing price gouging because of the fear of tariffs. So, yeah. One, real happy with Michael seeing the prices go up. But this yarn is a decent price considering what the price of the Wubbles is. And I hate to sound so negative on the Wubbles because I really like the yarn and I think the kits are adorable. And I don't want to come across that I'm anti-Wubbles because I'm not. I just don't like their prices. And I don't know if that makes me cheap or if it makes me thrifty or if it makes me smart with my money because I'm trying to look for value. If you are running a business and you're using this yarn, and you're selling this for $3, because I don't think this would be valued at more than $5 total, okay? I'm trying to be mindful of the people who do markets. I'm trying to be mindful of the people who do things for charity, because there are a lot of us out there that make cute stuff like this and give it away for free. And I could make several of these with this. I could. But I need to consider the cost of the individual thing, you know. How much did this thing cost me to make, you know? And I think that's why I've been so blunt about the price of these things, because a lot of people that I follow and watch and admire do markets. And this is a cool yarn. But this does not make it a good value. This is much more of a value to me, and I'm always mindful of that. And yes, I am somebody on this channel who will buy a $30 hank of yarn because it's pretty. And I will turn it into a shirt. Well, not one hank, but you know what I'm saying. I made a shirt last week, and the yarn for that shirt cost me probably $80, okay? I understand that is ridiculous to some people. But I also am trying to be mindful of, I grew up poor. I know what it's like to struggle. And that thought never leaves my head. And so when I see something that's just, I feel like it's taking advantage, that's what bothers me. And that's why I've been kind of hard on the Wubbles stuff with their prices. But I'm trying to not come across like I'm so harsh about it. But the fact that we found a dupe is a good thing. We can get it for cheaper. We can still make the cute little stuff, you know, like my little froggy pattern that I just released. Or froggy pattern. You use a combination of these for snakes. This would be a really cute ladybug because it's also called Ladybug Love. I don't know what I would make with the blue, but I really thought the blue was pretty. So if anybody has an idea what to make with the blue, I mean, I'm not opposed to making like a blue dinosaur or a blue frog or a blue turtle or anything like that. But this would be a cute blueberry. That's the perfect color for blueberries. And it's called Blueberry Blitz, so. And the pink can be a heart. Like, there's so many cute things we could do with this. So yeah, check out Michael's for this yarn. I will link it directly below, but keep in mind, that is not an affiliate link. I don't earn anything through any of these reviews with these yarns. Wubbles probably knows who I am. They don't like me, but that's okay. Yeah. The Wubbles is a good yarn. It's a good yarn. This is the same exact yarn for half the price. So with that, I'm going to end the video. Thank you for listening to me ramble on while I crocheted and played with this brand new yarn to me. I'm actually really excited to figure out what to make with these. Because like I said, I like the Wubbles designs. I just don't like the price. And now we're building up a little stash of different colors of this cool kind of yarn. I really want to buy this in all the colors, but that's going to have to wait. There's a couple colors that the Wubbles yarn has that don't have. But again, that $12.99 or $11.99 price tag gets me ever. I don't think I'm ever going to buy it at $11.99. I don't care how pretty the color is. And with that, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you guys go. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.